In this video, we are going to go through resource allocation within Inspire Planner. Resource allocation allows you to view resources as well as their capacity. This feature allows you to easily see whether resources are over or under allocated and helps you find available resources for new and upcoming projects and tasks. Vacation time can also be scheduled for resources. If a block of time needs to be reserved or considered for a future project, you can create a Salesforce task from here and link it to a project. This allows project managers to better allocate resources according to their capacity and availability. Resource allocation can be viewed via the Resources tab within the tab ribbon you see on top. You can also get to this page by going to the App Launcher at the top left corner. Enter resource within the search box on top and click on Resources under All Items. To search for resources, enter an attribute within the box you see on top. You can select attributes from the drop-down menu, or you can also choose to manually enter the attribute by its name. Inspire Planner will return all attributes that match the value you enter. Click on the attribute to select it. Inspire Planner will then return all users and contacts within Salesforce that match the value you enter. You can add multiple attributes to narrow down your resource list. By default, the AND operator is used between attributes. This means that the resource must have all attributes to be returned as a result. You can change the operator to OR if you would like to pull all resources that have any one of the attributes you entered above. Now, to the right of each resource, you will see the sum of work hours for all project tasks assigned to each resource. For example, if the resource has 3 assigned tasks with 3 hours each, then you will see 9 as the total work hours. To view the project tasks that make up the hours, simply hover over the hours. You can also click on the arrow to the left of the resource to see the project tasks that make up the sum. Now, the work hours you see are based on the planned effort and duration specified for the assigned project task. For example, if the planned effort for a task is 10 hours and the duration is set to 2 days, then it will plot 5 hours per day. It also takes into consideration the percentage of work that the resource is responsible for. Now, when the total allocated hours exceeds 8 hours, Inspire Planner highlights the hours in red to indicate that the resource is over capacity. If the sum of work hours is at 8 hours, it highlights the hours in green to indicate that the resource is at capacity. To move to the previous or to the next timeline, use the left and right arrows you see at the top right corner. To zoom in and out of the timeline, use the zoom in and out icons you see at the top right. The filter icon closes the filter at the top, and the refresh icon refreshes the timeline. The resource allocation page also allows you to pin resources. Pinned resources are always visible on the resource allocation page regardless of the attribute entered above. This allows you to quickly and easily see the resources you regularly work with. To pin a resource, simply click on the pin icon beside the resource name. Pinned resources always appear on top of the list. The pin icon appears in green when a resource is pinned. To unpin a resource, click on the pin icon again. In instances where the resource will be on vacation, you can schedule vacation time using the Create New Task icon to the right of the resource name. This opens a Create New Task window. It's not necessary for you to link the task to a project. If you're simply looking to book vacation time, you can leave the project field blank and just populate the task name. Then within the Schedule As pick list, select Vacation. Next, specify the inclusive dates. Once you've populated all of the task details, click on Create at the bottom of the window. This will plot the hours on the chart to the right. To view the vacation time you've just entered, expand the resource on the left. Now, this feature also allows you to block off time for a resource for a future project, so that project managers can better allocate resources based on their capacity and availability. Again, you would simply click on the Create New Task icon again. And if you would like to link this task to a project, simply select the project from the pick list. You don't have to link the task to a project even if you're booking time for a future project. You can still book time for a future project and leave the project field blank. So enter the task name, and in the Schedule As pick list, select Future Project and enter the total number of hours you would like to reserve. Then, specify your inclusive dates. When finished entering all of the task details, click on Create at the bottom of the window. Now you'll see the reserved time plotted on the chart to the right. If you need to remove or delete the vacation time or the reserved time you've booked, simply click on the Delete icon beside the vacation time or booked time. Click on OK to confirm. This concludes the video on resource allocation. If you would like to learn more about resource attributes, make sure you also check out our help article entitled Managing Resources with Resource Attributes.